N2 National Road heading east from East London towards the Wild Coast is actually a very, very good road, although it's quite busy. Once you turn off though onto the secondary road towards Coffee Bay, things change. There are some pretty good stretches, and there are a couple of small towns and settlements along the way. An opportunity to stock up on provisions because Coffee Bay doesn't have very much to offer. Look out for these multiple speed humps because they are from the devil. And the road is also really, really bad in some places. If the potholes aren't enough, look out for the cattle and goats along the way as well. My advice though, don't stress over the road, just enjoy the scenery, which is absolutely incredible. Coffee Bay itself is a strange little town. It's not really a center of town as such. It's all very much spread out. When I was planning this trip to Coffee Bay, I asked people's opinion. And one of them was, go there without preconceived ideas and with an open mind. Coffee Bay, that really, really applies. It's a place that's not for everybody, I don't think. It's got certainly a unique character. It's not a resort kind of place where you've got all the facilities. There's a lot of backpackers. There are a lot of little B&Bs that are really, really basic. Our accommodation for tonight. We booked in at Coram Deo Guest House. We just booked at the last minute through booking.com, but it was really very pleasant. No complaints. How's that for a view? There are not a whole lot of options for eating out. We had lunch at Zach's Seafood Kitchen every day, but they also have other stuff, not only seafood. It's right on the beach and very, very pleasant. I do recommend that if possible you park in the hotel grounds of the Hole in the Wall Hotel. There's a little bit of a walk along the beach to the actual Hole in the Wall. Although you don't need to be super fit, a degree of fitness will be helpful. The unofficial guides who will offer to show you how to get there are very persistent. I told them that I used to live here, I don't need help, thanks so much. Just be polite but firm seems to do the trick. Over that shoulder, it's the Hole in the Wall, and it's just outside Coffee Bay in the Wild Coast on the Eastern Cape. The legend of the Hole in the Wall is that this whole area was an inland lagoon, and the river used to go through that hole out to sea. And there was a beautiful Xhosa princess or maiden who fell in love with one of the sea creatures who lived on the other side of the rock. And one day the sea creatures decided to break down the wall, and that is how it ended up being open to the sea. But then the princess, of course, got together with the sea prince and they lived happily ever after. The word Coffee Bay, or the name Coffee Bay, comes from a ship that was wrecked here in sometime in the 1800s, and it was carrying a cargo of coffee. And the coffee beans washed up on the beaches and germinated. I haven't seen any coffee trees, but maybe there are still some. That's where the name comes from, Coffee Bay, and it's stuck. I wouldn't say the people were friendly. They are quite reserved. That was the word that I would use. I would say reserved. The cows on a beach are a thing in the Transkei. So, impression of Coffee Bay. It's very rustic, very, I would almost say hippified, but it's also quite dirty. There's a lot of rubbish around, and that's a shame because it's so naturally beautiful. Nice beaches, forests, the whole lot, but there's just rubbish everywhere, and nobody seems to bother to pick it up. Would I come here again? No, but would I recommend coming here? Yes, for sure, I would. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, and of course your subscription is always welcome. Catch you next time.